Sometimes you wonder how breath is automatically going in and coming out. You are making no effort for that. Even in sleep, the air goes in your lungs and comes out of it. There is something that is creating the rhythm of life. What is that? Have you ever wondered about it? There is something by which your intellect is functioning. Your emotions are functioning. Your body is functioning. Not just your body. The entire universe is functioning. What is that? Mind is functioning on the basis of some energy. Some principle. What is that principle? What is the basis of the whole creation? You see, a movie is projected on the screen. And what is the screen on which this movie is being projected? That's exactly here what is being talked about. That basic substratum of creation in which the creation is sustained, in which the mind is sustained, in which the prana is functioning, from where love is experienced, that is self, that is Brahman. If you see these four elements in creation, earth, water, fire, ether, they are sustained by the fifth element, that is space. And in space also we categorize three types of space: Bhutakasha, Chidakasha and Chittakasha. Three types of space. One, the physical space that you see where all the heavenly bodies are floating. Second, the space in which the thoughts move. Third, the space which is consciousness itself. The consciousness is like space, all permeating. It is there everywhere. It is already there in front. It is in the back also. So the self or the Brahman, that consciousness is everywhere, and it is the basis of this whole creation. When you think it is everywhere, you have an idea of being stagnant. No, it is not stagnant. This space is lively. It's not a dead space. The space is scintillating, it's lively. So it is farther than the farthest, and it's nearer than the nearest. Now, have you ever thought about where are you in your body? This question has come into your mind. Where are you in your body? In your arms, in your heart, in your brain? Where are you? You are everywhere and yet nowhere. The heart transplantation happens. Many people who have undergone brain surgery, a portion of brain has been removed from them. Still they are complete. So where are you? In the brain, in the heart, in the hands? You are everywhere and yet you are nowhere. So inside of you as well as outside, there is no outside to it, there is no inside to it. It is closer than the closest and farther than the farthest. Our linear thinking mind says, hey, wait, what are you saying? What are you talking? How is it possible? Something is either close or it is far. The conditioning of mind here breaks. And it is given an opportunity to see beyond what it knew all the time. Beyond what it perceived all the time to be truth. Something more. Another dimension gets added to you. You have preferences. You have aversions. You have likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes belongs to the ego. Now, ego is one layer above the being. A limited identity of likes and dislikes. When you recognize there is something that is much more basic to the existence, to life, and that is inside this body as well as in the other bodies as well. And what keeps us separate, what keeps us apart is the ego complex. Again, don't think ego is bad. Ego is part of existence. It is there. But when your vision does not transcend the ego, you are caught up in cravings and aversions. You are unable to see the larger perspective. So, but one gets a glimpse of the space which is beyond ego, which is the same everywhere, and which is what you are. Then how can anyone hate or dislike anything? The aversion simply vanishes. When you realize all these bodies are just a wave of one huge life force, the whole planet is one organism, and every single body that you see on this planet, 7 billion bodies at one time, or just imagine, or the waves, 7 billion waves arising at one point of time. Then will one wave hate another wave? A portion of water here will dislike the portion of water there. A portion of air here dislike the portion of air in another part of the room. Impossible. So when the glimpse of this reality comes into your attention, into your conscious awareness, what is the first thing that would happen to you? Simply that hatred towards anybody, that ego-centric dislike that you had harbored for lifetime together simply evaporates. Because hey, it's the same. Any sensitive person, you have had this experience. If you see kids, if one kid is crying, the other kid also starts crying. As a child, we all had this experience. Because the ego is not very dominant there, or is not very prominent. So it is coming in a natural flow to them, that oneness with everybody. Any sensitive, sane person feel the pain of others and the happiness of others too. There is no barrier in emotion. Similarly, there is no barrier when you step beyond the ego. See beyond the ego. I am here again telling you, don't have to dismiss the ego. Get rid of ego. If ego is there, let it be there. Ego will remain there in either one of the form, sattvic, rajasic or tamasic. It is a sattvic ego through which you can see this. When the sattvic ego means an ego where there is no hatred or aversion towards anyone. Again, this is catch-22 type of situation. Once you have the glimpse of yourself as part of everybody, self, or you are part of the whole, then what happens? That the aversion disappears, hatred disappears. And when the hatred disappears, you are able to see the oneness in everybody.